Welcome back to Freedom Hillbilly, and we are going to show you how to replace the crank position sensor on a 2000 Saab 9.5 with a V6. Whew, what a mouthful. Let's get right into it. I'm going to start telling you what tools you need. Now, I don't usually do this, but for this install, you're going to want to use these because it's a bear to get at this little sensor. So what are we talking about first of all? This is the sensor. This is what it looks like. There's an O-ring on it. I'm going to tell you later that make sure when you pull it out that O-ring's still on there because you don't want two O-rings in that engine case. Anyway, this is the Bosch part number. I got an OEM, but you don't need the number. You can get it from Rock Auto. It fits. It's the same part. Anyway, getting back to the tools, you're going to want a long screwdriver like this one. You don't have to get a snap-on. It's just what I happen to have. Then this is the bolt that holds that sensor in place. It's an external Torx number 8. You're going to want an articulating 1/4 inch. If you can get it longer, the better. Speaking of 1/4 inch, this is a 1/4 inch 12 point. You're going to want that too. If you get in a tight spot, it just so happens that this guy fits perfectly on the E8, but it's tight in there. That'll come in handy. You're also going to want an E12 converted to 1/4 inch because that spacing is tight, and you're going to be taking out this E12 bolt that holds these the heat shield for the piece, and another bracket that just keeps the turbo held off the engine, I guess. That one's probably not going back on. And of course we got ever trusty pry bar, and now this is to just basically hold this guy in position when you're putting it back in. I just find it easier to get it in. That's what this one's for. So that's it. Those are the basic tools you'll need. You might go with a couple others, but it's a tight spot. So let's get to it. With a V6, gonna replace the crank position sensor because I've been having some weird behavior, and this is sort of a shot in the dark. Be driving down the highway for about an hour and a half. It's just cruising. It's on cruise, 72 miles an hour, and then engine cuts out. Might be heat related, but it just shuts down. And I've been able to successfully start it. The other co-symptom is I noticed that in the winter when I was spinning the tires at a higher RPM on the ice, so there's a lot of slippage, same thing happens. Like going up a hill, it starts spinning the tires, the whole thing cuts out. And then it will start back up after you shut it down, put it in park, start it up again. I've actually got it started on the highway by just putting it in neutral and then starting, so while we're rolling. Anyway, very hard to get at. First thing you want to do is check this connector, clean it up. This one was quite dirty. Let me put the zoom feature on. That tab on the left there was a lot of crud in it. I don't know, it wasn't green, so that was good. And this is the connector. I put a little string on it because it's going to get fished down to where it lives. I don't know if you can see. I'm pulling on the other end, and there it has some heat shielding. So what we're doing right now, though, I'll bring you down under, and what I have after I cracked it, what I have here is a articulating 1/4 inch with an adapter, and this is a E12 because there is a heat shield bracket up here. So let me zoom out. This is the exhaust up to the turbo, and it's behind that and up. That's the part right there. You can see it, and that's the E8 external Torx. This is an E12 right here, and that's what I'm removing because there's this metal heat shield bracket for that, and then there's this other bracket that isn't connected that looks like it should be connected to something, probably that and it's not. So you can get this in there and kind of, there's enough room to do this quarter turn at a time. Just do this. Oh, there it is. So these two little metal pieces, and there, that's out. That's nice. Now, I could, like, this is odd, an odd arrangement. We'll fuss with that later. I'll clean it up, I'll paint it, all that stuff. So now I have a lot more room. I might actually be able to get that with the 1/4 inch. Okay, so we're gonna use these long nose pliers to try and get it out the rest of the way. Of course, your hands work if you could get them in there, but I don't have, my Filipino bride hasn't arrived yet, so I can't use her small hands to get at that. So just try a combination of things to get it out. I don't know. All right, so we're here under the car. I got it out, and here's what, well, you saw what it looks like. So I'm gonna give you a quick tip. Clean around the hole there. Now this obviously goes into the engine, so it's the crank position sensor, so it's like where the crank lives, where all the oil is. So clean it out. Don't let contaminants in. Now I'm pulling this with a string attached to it so I could pull the new one back. Okay, quick tip B. Make sure you have that O-ring on the old one that comes out. Make sure you have one on the new one that's going in. Spray it down with some silicone spray so it seats in easily. And I got a little string I'm going to tie around this and pull it up. All right. Tip 3, pulling the cable through is going to be at best done with 2 people, but if you don't, you can see my pink little string here and how it's routed. I'm going to first try and pull it up. All right, so I got a little claw. Whatever means you can to get route wire through, use it. Pull it up. We got it. Okay, let's hold it in position. There we go. It's hung up on something. Where does this guy want to go through? He wants to go underneath there somehow. There it goes. You see it coming through, I hope. It's going around the outside of a tube. Some kind of tube. Well, it's up there. It's hanging up down below. So we're down here. We're going to try and pull this guy out. And then we're going to maneuver that into position. Let's get back down there. Oh, there it is. Pulled it too far up. Positioning this is going to be fun. I think we're going to get pliers and do it. Okay, can you even see what's going on here? I know you can. I'm gonna spray that up with some silicone super duper lube. And there we go. We're gonna get in there with my hand, maybe. Nope. We need a bigger screwdriver, or maybe this flat one will get some leverage to pop that in. No, we need to, no, not gonna work, not gonna work. There we go, we're getting it. I don't know if you can see this. Okay, this is lined up. There's a good shot of it. And we're gonna get a angled pry bar to get that in, and then we're gonna get the bolt into the position and then wrestle with that for a bit. Okay, there it is in position. The ratcheting with the T8 inverted Torx number 8. All right, so it really helps if you have a neighbor with kids. Get their little kid to come over and just turn that little bolt into get it started. Your big mitts won't fit. Oh boy. So that's in position. We want to try and we're going to put that heat shield back, which goes right there in that hole. We're going to go and clean it off, paint the bracket, and screw it in. Now that other bracket that goes from the turbo to here has a standoff. Unfortunately, I don't have the bolt. I don't know what size it is, and I don't think that it's gonna go back. All right, so it's all in there, it's all connected, and it's done, except I gotta put out the brackets. Hopefully this will solve the problem. I'm gonna have to do some serious highway driving or wait for next winter when it's icy and so I can spin the tires. I don't know, but because it's so intermittent, you want to stay close to home, because of course you have AAA for the 100-mile tow, right? Of course you do, for any car, because that's, you know, what you need. So get it, the Plus plan, and if you got money, go for the platinum. I don't know, do they go bronze, plus, platinum, gold? I don't know. They're mixing colors and grades. Who knows? Call them up, find out. All right, until the next time, Hillbilly out.